Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be titled 2/3. It's going to be a quick one, but important one nonetheless. All right, so we're going to go to Jeremiah 4:22. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. So right now, the Lord is saying, for my people, his people are Israel, right? It says Israel, his people, a peculiar people unto him. There are special people unto him, right? All through the scriptures, it talks about Israel is the people of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? Or, verbatim God, right? So for my people is foolish, they have not known me. But he's saying his people are foolish. Now, if the Israelites, they have the law, statute, commandments, how are they foolish? So it wouldn't mean, it would have to be a separation of the people, right? Because people they have the law, statute, commandments, which separate them from everyone else, which makes them holy, which makes them wise, smart, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So this is the 2/3 of our people of Israel. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They don't know him because they don't know who the Lord is. They don't know his name, and they don't know him because they're not serving him, right? They're not serving him. They're not serving him in the right way, in righteousness, to the best of their ability. They're serving Satan, right? They are sottish children. They're stupid. That's what sottish means. And they have none understanding. Yep. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. Exactly. When it comes to being wicked, they're wise in that. They know all the ways to be wicked and do things on the left-hand side. But when it comes to be righteous, right? To do wise things, to do things that are pleasant unto the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they don't know anything about that. They know nothing about it, and they don't want to know anything about it. When you talk to a 2/3, they don't want. When you tell them to stop eating pork, they look at you sideways, like you're crazy. Why you tell me to eat my pork? Pork tastes amazing. They don't. They just like to be wicked. That's why they're the 2/3, right? So keep it moving. And if you counter them, you've had a conversation with them where it's just like you just stop talking. There's no point. You're not going to argue with a 2/3. There's no point because now you're stupid. Why are you arguing with someone who's dumb? Let them just keep moving. You find out who they are and then you just let them keep walking down the street, or just end the conversation, or just agree with them. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. So you can just end the conversation because you're gonna get annoyed. You're gonna feel like you're losing neurons, like your IQ is dropping. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? So that because they don't have the knowledge of right and wrong, that's why they're destroyed, because they think what they're doing is right. That's the other thing too. They don't really 100% understand that what they're doing is wicked. What they're doing is heaping sin upon sin. What they're doing is not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to get them saved. It's not for their salvation. It's for their destruction, right? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, thy God. I will also forget thy children, right? And it makes sense, right? If you have a child who's not listening to you, doesn't want to follow your rules, you tell him the rules, he doesn't want to listen, you're gonna what's the word I'm looking for? You're gonna reject, but you're gonna disavow. That's another word, right? But basically, that's not your child. When someone asks about him, he's like, no, I don't. That's not my son, right? I don't know. That's not my kid, right? Because you had enough. Because you won't listen. You're stubborn. So the Lord, yeah, he's full of mercies, but eventually he stops, because he's still, he has his limits, and when it comes to that, because he's not going to be disrespected, right? So you go Amos 9:8. Salakia. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon this sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. So that's twofold. That's one is Babylon, right? Because that's a sinful kingdom. Babylon's going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, right? Who are the top of Babylon? Esau. They're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, right? At the end, we're going to bring them all together and burn them up. But also in this situation, we're talking about 2/3 of Israel, right? They're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth, right? But they're going to come back in the kingdom through the elect. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. See, he will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, but he will destroy 2/3 of the house of Jacob, right? Saith the Lord Yahweh, right? So the 2/3 are going to get burnt up with everyone else. Because right now they're in that heathen mind state. Right? They're not heathens, but the way they're acting, they're acting like heathens. So you might as well consider them heathens. Right? Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts, right? 2 parts, like we're talking about 2/3, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So they're going to get cut off from the living waters. From Yahweh, they're going to get cut off. So he's going to burn them off. They're going to be separated. Because when Jacob's trouble happens, when it really happens, Most High is not going to save them. He's only going for his elect. That's it. So that's how the 2/3 are going to get cut off and die. A lot of them are going to die in Jacob's trouble, and the rest are going to die with the missiles. And then at the end, when the chariots come, they're going to get burned by the lasers from the chariots, right? So there's no escape for them and everyone else outside of the elect. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd, right, shall be left therein. So the elect, right? And you also have the 1/3 too. So the last one, we're going to go to 2nd Ezra's 8 and 55. 2nd Ezra 8 and 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. There you go. So don't worry about the 2/3. Don't worry about trying to save the 2/3. You got camps trying to say we got to save all of Israel. No. You got only looking for the elect. Right? The 2/3 are going to die. Right? And they had their chance. They had their chance to be right, and they don't want to be right. So they have to go. But the good thing is they're going to come back in the kingdom. Anyways, this was just a quick one, but an important one nonetheless. Yahweh Ratazah was edifying to the hopeful elect that pushes word and truth and sincerity across the 4 corners of the earth. And shalom until next time.